300 to 400 years ago, pirates were a terrifying force to be reckoned with. Now they're family-friendly figures of fun. What will be their modern-day equivalent a few centuries from now? Already started that way. But gangsters and pimps. It's crazy how nobody seems to realize that the mob and a gang are the same thing. The words are literally synonyms. Edit adding to this. Cartels are the mob, but I think you mean gang stars. The mafia. The mafia are portrayed that way at times. Look at Fat Tony in The Simpsons. Narcos. We don't even need a century to know that. Just how people idealizes the figure of Pablo Escobar and others infamous narcos in Latin America. I was going to comment this. It has already begun with the romanticization of their horrible deeds. They only need Peter Pan or Wacky Races cartoons. Perhaps when drugs become legalized. Next on ABC Sports. It's the Tennessee terrorists versus the Indianapolis insurgents. Quote, a creed jihad. The winner will go through to the final, where they will play the New York Jets. Are they still playing the New England Patriots? Still pirates, with a splash of early 20th century American gangsters. A bunch of shady figures trying to push burnt CD-ROMs inked with movie titles in permanent marker. Would totally be family-friendly fun. Except when it's a gaudy video capture telesync and you can see the audience. That's just mean. You wouldn't bootleg a downloaded car. Probably just Somali pirates. 2003 Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. 2203 Terrorists of the USA, The Curse of JetBlue Airlines. 2011 Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides. 2211 Terrorists of the USA, On Stranger Airlines. Mommy, when I grow up I wanna be Tourist. Boom BAA boom. There's a 9/11 joke to be made here but I can't quite get one to take off. Hackers. I just love that in 300 years' time there's going to be kids running around yelling, hack the planet. Gentlemen, you will always remember this as the day you almost caught Captain Hack Sparrow. I'm sure there are tons of kids show that feature, hacking, nowadays. Especially with how into technology kids are. I'm pretty sure I saw my nephew watching a show about kids who are superheroes and have seen at least one scene of the characters hacking. Terrifying space pirates. Edit, I don't think I've gotten a single one of these references. Nah, Samus Aran has us covered. Mark Watney, Space Pirate. The Bebop wants to know your location. Oohhhhh. Who lives in Da Hood and hustles to G's. Crack rock pusher. Oohhhhhh. Who lives in a pineapple and snorts ecstasy. Pirates are still scary as fudge tbqh. They just look a lot different. Somalians on rubber boats with AK-47s and RPGs rather than Blackbeard. South Park did a really good episode on Somalian pirates and the Somali spoken in the episode is perfect word for word. Hey, you see that door over there? The one marked pirate? You think an actual pirate lives there? I see a door marked private. Is that the door you're referring to? What did I say? You said pirate. Are you sure? ISIS. Just imagine the irony of Western kids playing with ISIS figurines. Edit. Wow, thank you all for the upvotes and the award. I really enjoyed reading all your comments. I can imagine this conversation in the 1800s. Can you imagine children in 200 years playing with Indians? Or pretending to be Indians? Terrorists of the Levant is a swashbuckling good time for the whole family. Came here to say this. Pirates were basically the terrorists of their day. There's still seafaring pirates. They just use small and fast boats to raid big container ships. Which is why they started patrolling the seas and escorting ships with the naval forces of several different countries. Last I heard of it, they pretty much beat them down and are now teaching them and their families to harness local resources to manufacture products and make a comparable living from honest work. Edit. Check replies for further context and corrections. It's already true of Prohibition-era gangsters. Ha ha ha. And if anyone asks you, tell him it was Golden Joe and the Suggins gang. Pretty much any criminal archetype that can easily twisted to sticking it to the man will be inevitably romanticized. It's the Robin Hood effect. Bloods and Crips type gangbangers. Motorbike gangs. Hell, in 500 years the memory of people like the Nazis, Bolsheviks, and Al-Qaeda will be such distant memories people might like them. People dress up as Vikings for Halloween. Attila Hun was a good guy in Night at the Museum. I would say Putin, but he'll probably still be running Russia. The last true democracy. He is the man and he has the vote. Robo-Putin. Give Trump another term and it won't just be Russia Putin's running. He'll own the US too. Gang members, e.g. Italian mob, MS-13, Mexican mafia, etc., were already there with the Italian-American mafia. They haven't really existed, they still do obviously, the way they were in the 70s and early 80s. Considering we've been through the same thing with like the Hashishian. Poachers like Robin Hood, Old West outlaws, mobsters, hackers, graffiti artists and parkour hooligans. I'm betting. People who sneak dogs into petless apartments. Worse, people who don't pick up their dog's poo. Murderers and serial killers, they'll just be like, oh, we can just use the reviver, they're fine. Remember kids, a real murderer never kills. A real pirate never takes another person's property. Also, at some point in the future, forensics may be good enough that being a serial killer is impossible. Even now there are less serial killers, in part because it's so rare for someone to get away with half a dozen while moving from place to place. LMAO. Coal miners, industrial food processors, and any other one of Mike Rowe's dirty jobs that we will have moved past as a society, either through automation or from transitioning away from those types of fuels and foods. Good ending, militaries. Neutral ending, Islamic terrorists. Bad ending, probably some kind of atom bomb god caveman 2.0 came up with. Military is absolutely not a good ending. The children of Adam. Islamic terrorists. Why not all terrorists?